What does it mean to be married? It is having your best friend at your side for the rest of your life, having someone to share life's trivial day-to-day happenings, both good and bad, knowing that there is someone that loves you unconditionally, having someone to laugh with and to cry with. You both know that this is what you want, and today, together, we are going to make this happen.
Karl had a bicycle, and it was pink, with trainer wheels on it. And it was a school day, so at the front, his grandparents owned a dairy. So anyway, Karl, he got on this bike. There's a box in the front. You should have seen him go on this thing. He was smart. He just took off. And he's really proud of this bike, even though it was pink. So anyway, yeah, that wasn't too bad, was it?
My mate Tony of Italian descent said, Karl, are you of European origin? Karl said, well, actually, in fact, I'm half Maori and half Scottish. So to quote Karl, I come from a long line of men wearing skirts. Grass skirts and then tartan skirts. I thought that was very insightful, and I think Tony bolted. He ran for the car park. He didn't understand what was going on there.
Erin and Karl, you have decided to share this day with many people, the people that mean the most to you. We are honoured to be here, to share and celebrate your enduring love and commitment to one another, not only today, but forever.
I've had the honour of being friends with Erin for about 27 years now. Our friendship started when we were playing hockey together, and being the big hitter that she was, still is today, Karl, Erin snapped her hockey stick. We played the rest of the game taking turns as she borrowed my stick, and the rest is history, really.
Karl's always the first one to check up on you if you had a bad day, and he always has your back on the sports field. He's the first one to bring the beers to the party, and he's always the last one to leave. He has the special skill of making people feel at ease and welcome, which is great, but you can't take him anywhere because you end up meeting these randoms.
And the attraction for both of them was strong right from the beginning. Erin was busy with her life in Perth, and Karl was spending time on a 2-and-2 roster. Days off never seemed to coincide, and in those early stages, it was messages that became their only form of communication.
Erin, you were such a delight growing up, the youngest of three, with two older brothers, Scott and Todd, who loved to tussle and all things sport. You needed to compete to make your own mark in our family and to be accepted, and you did that so very well.
Erin, you're my best friend, and the sister I never had. You know me better than I know myself sometimes, and you're a crucial part of keeping me sane. Our trip to Japan was one of the wildest experiences of my life, and I'm so glad that I got to share it with you. There's no one else I would rather have been stuck on a bus, snowed in under a tunnel with for 5 hours. That would test any friendship, but we passed with flying colours. You are smart, funny, honest, caring, and nothing is ever too much to ask of you. You also have an amazing knack of adding a little bit of extra mayo to any story that you tell.
One moment I was hoping you would fall for me, eyes wide.
In the months and years that followed, Erin and Karl have been on many adventures with their friends and their family. Broom trips, camping trips, overseas holidays, to name a couple. But their biggest adventure so far has been relocating to Newman. and creating an amazing life for each other whilst being up there. I'm sure their adventures going forward will involve more locations at home and around the world, and this time we all hope with your own little people in tow.
I don't need anything.
As you move forward as Mr. and Mrs. Whittleston, my only advice is no matter how hard it gets and what others may throw at you, keep trusting each other, keep investing each other, and keep talking and working hard for each other, and have a little bit of fun along the way.
One feeling kept me dreaming of all we.
We've shared countless memories and have been through the ebbs and flows that life has thrown at us. This includes that acquaintance period, the what on earth happened last night period, to now the sorry I'm a shit friend and I haven't called you in a week. But no matter what, we are still here today, and I'm truly grateful to have you in my life. I could go on for hours with stories of our times together, but the one that really cemented our adult friendship was going to the first day of TAFE in Freo after a couple of years of drifting apart, but it was like fate brought us back together. Seeing you standing there in the same class was like a dream come true. We were inseparable from then.
I don't need anything.
Erin and Karl, when you met, you did not know where life would take you. You committed early in your relationship to love one another, no matter what. Every experience that you have had, everything that you have ever done, everything that you have ever learnt has brought you to this moment.
No money, no fame.
Erin, we met at a time when the world was crazy and your own life was much the same, but you opened your heart to me even though it was extremely fragile. After committing to Australia, at the start of COVID, I remember searching online for a beautiful woman on that dating app previously mentioned. What I got was over and above any wish list I could dream of.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'll be standing here today. Standing in front of a man who I struggle to find the words on how much he really means to me. I count my lucky stars every day I found you, Karl. You walked into my life when emotions were high and my family were going through one of our hardest times. Any other person would walk or even run, but not you. Karl, you were there not only for me, but my family and friends that you had never met.
You are not only my best friend, but you have been my tour guide, footy cooking coach, punting coach, horse breeding teacher, personal trainer, careers advisor, and more recently, my boss at work and at home.
I promise to show you every day that I know exactly how lucky I am to have you in my life. I love you, Karl, and I can't wait to see what happens in our next chapter as husband and wife.
Can I ask you all to join me in huge applause, as it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Whittleston.